Hey everybody, welcome to Badge Banter, where we feature some incredible stories from our partners about the importance of the ID badge as the foundation for an organization's overall security. I'm Lindsay Martinez, and I'm excited to introduce today's special guest, Matt Buydos from Elliott Data Systems. Welcome, Matt. Thanks for joining me.
Of course. Thanks for having me.
Well, before we dive into your story today, take a minute and just tell us a little bit about Elliott Data Systems and what you do there.
Yeah, thanks, Lindsay. So Matt Buydos, as you said, Vice President of Sales here at Elliott Data Systems. So Elliott Data is a Midwest/Mid-South security integrator. So we have offices in St. Louis and Memphis. Between those two offices, we cover portions of 5 states. And really, our main focus is just helping customers positively identify individuals that are coming into their facility and try and help them protect both their facilities and their people.
And Elliott is an awesome BadgePass partner, so thank you for being one of those.
Thanks. Thank you.
All right, so as you know, this series is dedicated to telling stories about customers that have somehow utilized the physical ID badge to either start the beginning of their security process or somehow enhance other systems that they're using. So I guess go ahead and share your awesome story of a customer success with ID for us today.
Yeah, absolutely. So we had a regional bank that we work with in a different division of our company. So one thing I didn't mention outside of security, we do a lot of work with financial institutions to make debit cards on the spot. So if they need a replacement card, a new card, they can walk into the branch and get it. So anyway, long story short, we had a client that was utilizing that technology. They caught wind that we have a primary focus of our business is the security integration. So they were using an access control system, actually a variety of access control system at different branches. A lot of that was due to them growing. And so as they acquired other branches, other financial institutions, that financial institution that was acquired may have been on a different access control platform. So they had a strategy to create uniformity across their badges or their credentials that were used to get into buildings. They were carrying around essentially a Rolodex of cards. So some employees had 12 different badges to get into the different locations. Others that just needed to get into the respective branch had one. So there was quite a bit that went into this particular project. We had promoted a variety of different platforms, talked to them about cloud versus on-prem. They ultimately chose to go with BadgePass Enterprise. They were using legacy RFID/Prox technology. So one of their goals was to move towards a more secure credential as part of that discovery process. We asked a lot of questions beyond just ultimately what they wanted the credential to do, besides open up a door, and it opened up the discussion to eventually wanting to use that credential for 2-factor authentication, maybe print release. They have a lot of paper waste today from their bankers going in, print out loan documents, or what should be loan documents, but oftentimes ends up being other documents for personal use. And so they ultimately went with a smart credential, a Desfire card that they could use to better secure their facilities and then allow some growth to add those other applications today and down the road.
That's an awesome story. I think it's crazy. There's so many times you walk into a facility and they have like 8 million ID badges or not even a card at all, blank white cards. They don't have their photos on them. And I think that a lot of that comes from in the access control space in particular. There's a lot of companies out there that don't really focus on the ID. They kind of see it as more of an afterthought. And it's awesome that you guys were able to come in and talk about the ID as kind of what will centralize all of this together and help them build really a much better and more secure process where people aren't carrying around a whole Rolodex of cards, as you called it. So that's awesome.
Yeah, this particular financial institution also, they had not historically issued ID badges to their staff. So that was one of their main objectives too. Because they were growing, they had personnel that were coming from other states even into certain locations like the corporate office and all that. So it wasn't that they were seeing all their employees every day face to face. So oftentimes that badge now is going to serve the purpose of truly identifying that they are a bank employee. And so there was definitely an intent and a need to incorporate it into the physical card.
That's awesome. You know, I love a photo ID for visual security. So,
Yeah.
Well, thanks, Matt. Thanks for taking a few minutes to share your story with us today. I really appreciate your time.
Yeah, no, thanks, Lindsay.
All right, join us next time as we take you beyond the badge.